Merry meet, my beloved friends. Thank you for coming back for a visit with me. I am Claudine Michelle, the Manhattan Mermaid. And today I want to have a little fun. Actually, what I'm going to do, because I feel like I need to get right into the fun. And this is something that I love with all my heart since I was a child, is to blow bubbles, because who doesn't love bubbles? I mean, come on. Look at those beautiful rainbow colors. Now you really know I am a mermaid, okay? And a fairy queen. Who doesn't love this? And it really, forget about inner child, like really tapping into your childlike wonder and happiness. Do the things that bring you joy. And that I had to just, because I had a weird day earlier and then I had to flip everything around. Okay. Flip everything around. I and I realized I'm going to do a fun craft today to kind of celebrate, okay, the autumn equinox. However, I'm like, I need to do something right now to make it fun. So hence the bubbles. So today I am going to do something with a pumpkin, but before we do that, I'm just going to talk a little bit about autumn equinox. It's coming up. Today is September 18th as I'm recording this, and equinox is coming up on the 21st this year. 21st, yes, the 21st, which is Monday. 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 It's Monday. Okay. Yeah, I'm losing track of time. I'm sorry. Is that happening to everybody else? Because there's so many people I know that time is kind of a suggestion right now, or, it's like, weren't we supposed to meet at 3? No. Oh, wait a minute. You thought we were meeting tomorrow? No, we were supposed to meet today, but can we meet tomorrow? Okay. That's literally something that happened to me like a few weeks ago. And I know several people that time is becoming, it's like this weird thing lately. However, it's all an illusion. Okay. And today, actually yesterday, I found this beautiful these beautiful acorns that were a cluster of 3. It had some leaves on it, but I took the leaves off because I just love them. I love oak trees very much. I love all kinds of trees. You can't name a tree that I don't like. I love trees. I am a tree whisperer, actually. No joke. I really am. I talk to them when I'm in the park. Yeah, I know. I think people think I'm a little kooky, and that's okay. You know what? Maybe that keeps the not so nice people away from me. Which is all good. And the trees love it. I have such a beautiful communion with them. I speak with them. I speak with the flowers. I speak with the water. I bless the water. I bless the rocks. I bless the flowers. I bless the trees. Give thanks and give blessings to the sun and to the air, everything. And there's a huge helicopter going over right now, and I'm not sure if you can all hear it, but it's actually kind of scary. So, but I'm not stopping this video. I think I've stopped this video 3 times, but yeah. So acorns. And as we can see, the beautiful friends that we have, the little squirrels, they love to gather their acorns at this time, at the end of summer and throughout autumn as they start to fall. And actually they've been growing since, actually this year since June. Usually usually see them around sometime in July, but this year I started seeing acorns in June. Who knows? Okay, but you can actually I haven't eaten any acorns, and I honestly don't know. Okay, if I knew that the source was really pristine, you could make acorn flour and create nourishing bakes with them. And allegedly, from what I heard, is that it actually lasts a very long time, unlike other types of flour, which can have those little weevils in them and it goes a little bit off. The acorn flour may last a lot longer, like I'm talking about several years. But don't quote me on that one. It's what I've heard. And 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 here's some honey. This is like a little tiny jar of honey. Um, honey is nice any time of year, but early autumn, um, it's it's just for me, I don't know, it is synonymous with honey. And I guess because also Rosh Hashanah is close to the autumn equinox. And I promised I was just going to save this little thing because it's so cute, but I can't resist it. This is a tiny jar of honey, and I actually just can't resist playing with it right now. So here's my little girl self really coming through and playing with the honey, and I want to eat it, but I won't. I'll, I'll just put it aside. And yeah, so I have no idea what I was saying, but that's okay. Equinox, equal day, equal night. And when you decorate or when you want to acknowledge the day of equinox and you want to say light some candles and acknowledge the time that has already passed this year, the seeds that you have already have sown and what you have already reaped and what perhaps didn't come to fruition. You can light some beautiful candles to acknowledge all of that at the equinox and to look forward to new blessings to come for the rest of the year. What is it that perhaps that maybe you want to do over, or maybe you want to increase, and also the things that you want to release. And right now we're in that time between the two eclipses. We just had the lunar eclipse and we're coming up very soon next week on the partial solar eclipse. Now it's not going to be as strong as the lunar eclipse that we just had, which was major. But I hear that it's going to be kind of a doozy anyway. It's going to shake things up. So let's see what shall be brought forth and what light will be shed once we go partially dark, because it'd be a partial eclipse. So there are things that perhaps need to still be illuminated. Wow, that that's interesting light that's coming in right now. I don't know if you see that. It's like the light is totally turning in this room, and this has never happened before, like while I'm creating a video. I feel spirit with me. So I feel like, okay, I feel like I'm almost judging myself that I'm kind of babbling and that I'm not making sense, but I'm kind of getting this impression that I need to go on because I'm onto something. So yeah, so with this, and it's funny because I feel like it's a partial it's a partial eclipse. So what is it that needs to remain in the light, which is the partial eclipse? What needs to keep shedding and shining that light on, that needs to keep growing? And the rest of it, it's partially being eclipsed. It's like, there's still some stuff that needs to be swept out. It needs to be released. And sometimes we need to put ourselves in a kind of state of darkness, not like a scary kind of darkness, but like going within, which is actually a great thing to do during eclipse time, is to go inward and to become self-reflective and to see within your own heart, within your own self, within your own thoughts, within your actions and your habits and your practices, what stays and what goes. Yes, I really feel that very strongly. Yeah. Hmm. And what have you harvested that's ready for consumption? And what needs to still stay out in the field, if you will, to grow a little bit more? Because we have another harvest coming up. So some things can be harvested now, and some things can be let to grow and flourish. And which things need to be pulled out. Now, I don't like to use the term weeds because that's a bad word for me. I don't find that anything is a weed, but perhaps it's like it is a plant that has somehow gotten into your garden or something like something that like an ivy, let's say. They're very beautiful and they're very useful in certain circumstances, but once they start to grow, they can take everything over. So that's kind of like your negative thoughts and your negative self-talk and your feelings of lack, etc., etc. It's something that can overgrow and take over your your crops, your harvest, your garden, your garden. So it's is it time then to pull out the ivy and or pull it back and keep it more manageable, like your thoughts, keeping your thoughts manageable, in that if you're keeping things in the positive, in that sense, in the sense that you're giving yourself hope, you're giving yourself um buoyancy. That's a word that came out, like you're keeping, it's like you're keeping yourself afloat, but that's buoyancy. But at the same time, it's more like, for me, it's right now, it's more like what's lifting you up. Yeah. What's lifting you up and allowing you to take those steps that you need to take to move forward, to do the things that you want to do, to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, to bring in the things you want to accomplish, and to allow yourself to receive, to be gracious to receive. Okay, so colors, candle colors. The colors that come up are obvious colors like black and white, because black and white is, like yin and yang. They're the opposite, and yet they are synergistic. And it is the balance of daylight and the balance of night. Also, colors that you can use are gold and silver, that represent the sun and the moon, which represent the day and the night. and also representations of masculine and feminine, the balance of the masculine and the feminine. And here I have a beautiful representation of masculine and feminine, and it is Amor and Psyche. That's the name of the sculpture. And of course, it's Cupid or Eros and Psyche. And yeah, it's on a base of black and white marble. So, but another color for me that's beautiful this time of year, this for equinox, is purple. I love this color for equinox. Purple is like a very, besides it being royal and it, amethyst being like this very beautiful semi-precious stone, gemstone. It also is a very spiritual stone, an intuitive stone, and it does help with your self-love and with your connection to spirit, and knowing your wise self. That's what amethyst is for me. And I have black and white feathers too. And so today and of course they're beautiful colors of autumn, the burgundies, those rich colors. Yes, the burgundies, the purples, the oranges, the yellows. Oh, that's the one thing that I do appreciate also about autumn, of beautiful colors. Yes, the apples, the pumpkins, and apple pie, pumpkin pie, and if you like, of course, honey. I mentioned honey. And if you like pumpkin spice. I know there's a lot of people who are absolutely over the moon for pumpkin spice, and this is your time to be in your glory. So enjoy it. I it I oftentimes I like it. I love those flavors. I personally get overwhelmed with a lot of the offerings that are out there. I think it's become a little bit overboard with pumpkin spice everything. This candles and hand soaps and this, that, and the other thing. And I don't really enjoy a lot of the commercially made things, but I really do love the spices. And I do have a nice little jar of pumpkin spice, which are all the spices. I do carry my own individual spices as well, but something drew me to it. Okay, pumpkin spice. I want to buy a bottle of pumpkin spice. And a few days ago, I made a delicious matcha latte with pumpkin spice, and I added a little bit of vanilla extract to it, and it was so delicious. It really was delicious. So yes, enjoy all the pumpkin spice you can have. Apple pie, apple and bobbing for apples. That's coming up soon in the end of October. But who says you can't do it now? That could be fun. That's a fun thing to do. You can have equinox with pumpkins and with pumpkins with bobbing for apples. You can do it if you find it fun. Why not do it? Today I created a simmer pot to create more harmony in my home. Um, I added beautiful ingredients. I put a bit of honey in there for sweetness. But I did put some herbs in it like sage and thyme and rosemary and some rose petals, and I put a whole bunch of things, and I put blood orange because I just love the color and the sweetness. I took a little taste of it myself, and it was so delicious. It has that, like, if you've ever had a blood orange, it has like that tiny bit of sourness to it, but it's sweet. It's sweet and sour at the same time. And Yeah, I think I took some photos of it, and I'll create a post for that. And I also did some candle magic today with this beautiful purple candle. Now, this was like a pre-made, harmony candle with it's like energy charged candle. And but I put my own prayers into it, and I did it not only for myself and my home, but I offered prayers of harmony for our world, for our earth. Yeah, we need it. No joke. And talk about big understatement of the year. So I know I've gabbed on a long time about equinox and things to do and things to celebrate. And yeah, in the black and white, I have some black stones here. I have some shungite, and this is hyperstein. And I also like using the clear quartz. I have a thing for hearts, as you can see. I love. And oh, you can use pearls, to represent the light end of the day, and maybe like a white pearl and a black pearl, or like if there's another. I can't off the top of my head, of course, think of a white stone, but let's say you could do pearl and shungite. And shungite's really, really an amazing stone because it absorbs all negativity, like all the negativity around you. Just hold it close and take it outside with you. But be sure to program your crystals, right, to do the job that you want it to do. Let's see. Right now, what I want to do is just spray a little rose water because I just want the scent and I want the refreshment. And yeah. So what I'm going to do, and look how gorgeous these yellow roses are. I have to just, acknowledge the beauty of these yellow roses. I love them. Ah, they're so lovely. And they may figure into this in this craft or not. We'll see. Okay, so now it's fun time. And I've been having fun all along, if you couldn't tell. But what I love is what I did is I cut this is look how cute this pumpkin is too. I love this. It's almost like a cartoon pumpkin to me. It's like, like the cute old lady that lives in the woods. I know, like, maybe that's not like a politically correct term, but like from fairy tales. The cute old lady that lives in the woods, and she has her own beautiful cottage, and she's got this gorgeous pumpkin patch. So I cut up the pumpkin, I cut the top, and voila. It's de-seeded, and I pulled out all the strings. And da, 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 da. So what I like to do sometimes with this pumpkin for fun, other than carving a pumpkin, I also like to paint pumpkins. Last year I painted a pumpkin, and I may do that some other time and then post it. But what I also have done in the past and what I enjoy doing is, okay, I have I have this used to be a candle in here. Okay, so waste not, want not. And I put this like sort of washi tape on it. It's gold. So there you go, it's gold. I love my sparkly gold. It fits perfectly inside the pumpkin. And what I like to do is fill it with autumnal flowers like sunflowers, late summer, early autumn flowers. Oh, they're so delightful. This is a fun thing to do. Trust me, it's fun. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a small amount of water or pour water into this container. And just my little giraffe. And da, 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 da. I have my little shears that I got at like Walgreens. So I'm not that great at measuring, honestly. So I start to cut them and then I cut them again. So and then we'll cut them down like so. So there you go. And I know this is not that much fun just watching me snip flowers, but honestly, it's also meditative and it's an opportunity to reflect on what you wish to bring in this year for the rest of this year, what you want to release. Gratitude. Did I forget about gratitude? Oh my gosh. I think I forgot the secret sauce. Gratitude. Gratitude is it's I was going to say it's the wonder drug, but my gosh, okay. It's the wonder it's the yeah, it's like it's the wonder gosh, what okay, I'll just say it is a wonder to have gratitude. And I'm hoping. And then I have this beautiful filler. It's sort of like cranberry-like looking berries. I do have the name of them somewhere. I'm not sure what they're called offhand. And then maybe you don't want to cut them down too far down. And keep them a little bit taller to pop out of pop out in the center of the pumpkin and the sunflowers. And this will be a lot quicker. Okay. And maybe just a little bit shorter. And I'm actually thinking, well, that's actually quite pretty. So yeah, that's a nice display for your altar, for your dining table, for your home. I mean, obviously, if you had more, you could add more sunflowers or keep it very simple, like so, and just put them all the way around and just, and use your imagination. You can add different flowers. You can add some mums, which are also they're also blooming right now, and you can find them very easily. Mums and dahlias or dahlias, and of course you can use roses if you like. You can add a couple of roses to this. That would be really, really lovely. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little craft with me. It is a very simple craft. It's nothing that elaborate and nothing too hard. And anybody can do this. Seriously, anybody can do this. It's one of those things like if I can do it, you can do it. So anybody can do this and use your imagination. There are so many different flowers that are blooming right now that you can use, or you can even use I'm just thinking you can even go to the farmer's market and get like that sort of like dried wheat kind of, those uh yeah, I guess it's wheat. You can also put wheat in there if you like, and you could just add it to this. Or you could just put like have a sort of cornucopia kind of thing where you can even get those, can even like gild like gild a lily and get those like those little kind of those things that look like mini pumpkins on a stick. You could put those up, those little lantern flowers. There's so many different flowers to choose from, so many different items to choose from, so much fun to choose from. And you use your creativity. You are creative and you are imaginative. And I don't need to tell you exactly what to put in it because it's up to you and what brings you happiness and brings you joy and makes you smile. So, with that, I wish you a happy autumn and happy autumn equinox. And if you're in the southern hemisphere and somehow you you decide to watch this, happy spring. And I wish you so much joy, so much beauty, so much love. And I will see you soon. And I give you all my love. And we'll talk soon.